But while Araga was, trying to comfort me yesterday, he just kept using the word, don't trust anybody. And in the 10 of them, there are only 2 people I trust, himself and Sheba. And I don't know, because he did say that includes Sheba. And that threw me off so bad. Because I really trust that babe Biggie. I do. And I'm not going to lie. If I get out of here and I watch a conspiracy clip and it's not giving friendship, I don't know how I'm going to feel. Because honestly, I've had her back since we became friends. I've not wavered, I've not tilted, I've not moved. I stand for people that I say are my own. I don't mince words. But hearing that threw me off balance. And of course, we're not supposed to talk about anything that happens in the conspiracy room. So I have to respect that I wouldn't get information on that. I would just have to let it slide and just... It's so hard to say that, walk on eggshells. Because with Sheba, I'm upfront, I'm personal, I'm vulnerable. I am who I am with Sheba.
Goddessa is such a male-centered girl because Araga lied to her and she's running with that lie. Yeah. And Temi is not behaving her age. She's a narcissist. She is toxic. As for Belle, she's such a hypocrite. This video, I want to drag all 3 of them. I'm probably going to give Goddessa a bit of, accolades because her analysis of what's happening in the house in a certain light was so apt. I'm going to give that girl her flowers. But before we get into the conversation, please like the video, subscribe or follow depending on where you are seeing this. And don't be shy to share your thoughts in the comment section. Let us start with Goddessa. So in her diary session, she told Big Brother that she does not know how to handle the Sheba situation because Araga told her not to trust anybody. Mind you, Araga was, or rather is part of the team that won the HH game, so he went in for the conspiracy. You know why I said he lied to her? Because he made it seem as though Sheba did not stand up for her. And that is why he's telling her to not trust anybody. While in real sense, he is isolating her. Yeah, and he also did the same thing with Temi as well. He went ahead and told Temi too that she should not trust anybody. As per how, Sheba is 1 person. The team has 10 people. You are just 2. You think he would dominate the rest of the team to save the people that you wanted saved? They voted in that conspiracy. They voted, and both of them don't even have power to influence anything. The people that you are close to, they don't like them. I need to calm myself down. But somehow, he still made it seem like it is Sheba's fault that Goddessa was not saved. Because that is exactly the picture that he tried to paint. I wonder what he has against Sheba. I think he is feeling a type of way because he no longer has Goddessa to himself fully, in terms of friendship, right? So Sheba is like her safe space. So when Goddessa can leave him, go chat with Sheba, go to Barry, go to Temi, she has people. He has only himself. And Sheba was the one that called that guy aside and told him, you remember what Ebuka told you? I need you to, create. I'm not saying what you have. No, keep that. That is beautiful. Keep it safe, but also extend your tentacles like this is a game. But he's making her look like the villain. He's making it look like Sheba is the reason why Goddessa or Temi were not saved from the nominations as per due to the conspiracy. That is the thing that he puts in Goddessa's head. I was even thinking it's because of that, Barry situation with Goddessa laughing. No. And he is weaponizing his, presence in that conspiracy room to isolate these people. Temi asked him, since you're telling me to not trust anybody, Shebi you yourself you follow for anybody. He said he has to earn her trust. Very shrewd. Very smart boy. Not going to lie. And yes, like I said, in as much as he is smartly manipulating the situation, Goddessa is male-centered. Because tell me why, just as she also used the numbers, she said that they were 10 in that conspiracy room. I have only 2 people that I know are my people, which is Sheba and Araga. Okay, so you have 10 people and only 2 are your allies in that room. And somehow you cannot use your sense to decipher that your 2 people cannot overshadow the choices of the 8 other people. And you just decided to take the word of Araga as law. And you now decided, she was saying, oh, if she goes out of the house and says that Sheba did anything against her in the conspiracy, I was like, who cares? Even if she did, aren't you people in a competition? Abi Sheba carry Sheba for under armpit, enter the house. My friend, get out. Hey, because what do you mean to tell me that because Araga came to tell you not to trust anybody, all of a sudden Sheba is the enemy? As how? And then she was now saying that she does not know what to do because if she calls Sheba for a conversation, it will now look like she's telling on Araga. So to her, it is better to preserve her relationship with Araga over her friendship with Sheba. She's already picked a side. That's fine. It feels like it. You can move on. You can continue to snub the girl and yeah, go your way. I mean, like, the air is big enough for everybody to breathe. Move along. I was surprised and disappointed because I thought that she is somebody that has sense. But she no get sense. She's literally just a pick-me. She does not have female friends, and she said she does not like making female friends. A pick-me would say that. Yeah, both Araga and Godessa, they deserve each other. Make them isolate themselves by themselves and they should, like, they can decide not to. Do you get, like? But there was something Goddessa said that made me realize, okay, you know how somebody can be stupid in one sense and in another place they have sense, you know? Because she was analyzing the Kamsi nomination situation. And I was like, I had just said this about Tram in my previous video. How that the idea of being named the gambit of the house can literally save you from excessive nominations. But maybe Tram is not thinking in that direction. So here is what Goddessa said. She was like, Kamsi didn't pack. It takes a certain level of audacity to believe that you will not get evicted. And she was like, even me, that is herself, Goddessa, has, you know, like, she has pride, she has mad confidence, but not at that level. That if she can see where she would go and buy it or borrow it, she will carry it. That what will make a person choose to hand wash their clothes on the day of eviction, and you are up for eviction, it's not like you are safe. Because there is washing machine. You could literally use it, spin your clothes so that they dry faster. But no, you decided to hand wash your clothes so that they don't go dry until after, maybe even the next day. Audacity, you know. So she was like, she thinks that maybe Kamsi was playing at it, you know, to be seen as the gambit, so that in case she overcomes this week, people will just sort of like remove their hands from her matter. They will be like, we are wasting nomination because that girl na gambit. And then it will give her longer stay in the house, because if people leave you alone and not nominate you, you are literally safe week to week. That, according to Goddessa, was probably what Kamsi was playing at, but it didn't work out for her. I was like, girl, that is an aligned thought. I wonder why Tram is not, you know, agreeing to be called a gambit. Because it will literally save him from getting nominated. He go just the house, they enjoy himself, they open him out, we no get control, they run him like tap. And people just, you know, this one a gambit, don't worry about him. And I do feel that moving forward, because I am pretty sure Tram will be safe this week. If he's safe, people will continue to think of him as the gambit. Yeah. They will just be pointing hands. It will take a bit of time before people notice that it could be Flora and Aiko. Of course, Yusuf already pointed that Aiko is he was so confident when he was saying it. But, you know, he has not been able to convince a lot of other people to believe that Aiko is the gambit. But when Goddessa said that, I was like, if Kamsi was playing at that and she was safe, it would have been such a good game plan. Because imagine if Goddessa thinks this way, she would influence maybe 2 or 3 other people within her circle to think that Kamsi is the gambit, and they would not, vote for her to be up for nomination. That is 4 or 5 people on your side not voting to get you. You'll be safe. You'll just be laughing and smiling your way through. Before you know, you're in week 7. Another thing also that happened was what she said about Neche's voluntary exit. She said that Neche was a calm girl and she felt bad because, of the question that Ebuka asked that night and Neche leaving that night. And I was like, don't worry, that one don't pass. Everybody has moved on. You two move on. You don't need to flog the issue. Now let's move on to Belle's. Belle's is a hypocrite. Because tell me why she's in the kitchen saying she's going to do whatever she feels like doing and nobody will stop her. I was like, Auntie, you just fought Oyins because of this exact same thing. Different situations, but the exact logic. Oyin said she needs to sleep. And Oyin's case was even a medical one that was probably, prescribed for her to sleep. You say no, that nobody told her. That she's the one deciding to not come for practice. That nobody is going to do anything. And you were angry at that. Now you're in the kitchen. You dey collect food. Then say make everybody, whatever their plan was. You say nobody is going to tell you what to do. And nobody can do anything about you going to the fridge to collect food. Is that not the exact reason why you fought Onye how many minutes ago? So you cannot take what you give out. You are a hypocrite. And I said even in my video then that the only reason Bells is, doing strong hand with Oyins is because I feel it is going to put her in the, she feels it is going to put her in the good books of the people in the group. She no rate Oyin, she no rate Flora. Now why I've been even vexed say Flora enter the fight, they defend Bells. Like, why are you defending? This girl no rate you. If you were the one fighting with another person, Bells will not defend you. I don't know why Oyins and Flora have not noticed that this girl does not see them as friends. She does not rate them whatsoever. At any given point in time, she would choose another person over the both of them. Because in her mind, they're no reach. That's why I also said in that video that Oyin was not even talking to her as though it's a fight. She was just confused in the moment. Like, why is it Bells that is coming to confront me? I'll be then send you. So she wasn't really, she didn't bring out her fighting shoes in that. Stayed confused and Bells did whatever it is that she thought she was doing and left. Moving on to Temi. Temi is regretting her actions so bad that she told Big Brother she's going to dedicate the rest of her stay in this house to trying to win Kievo back. I hope Kievo respects himself and stays far away and never come back. And I have a lot of people saying, oh, Temi is just behaving her age. No, she's a narcissist. She's toxic. People can be toxic even as 5-year-olds. It does not excuse their behavior. Their age should never excuse. There are 7-year-old serial killers. Narcissists are narcissists. A 14-year-old narcissist is as much a narcissist as a 45-year-old narcissist. The only thing is they refine their methods. And Temi, my people, is a narcissist. She only wants Kievo back because of the way he moved on. And because he's now making new friends. Yes, especially Nomy. They paint me, they sweet me for body. You know why? Because when you have something good and you choose to play with it and you lose that something good and you say, why did the something good left?